In this picture, you see two people. This is Idris Elba, of course, and his daughter Isan. And I believe that is how you pronounce her name. If it's not, someone can correct me down in the comments. But as many of you know, Idris Elba just came out with this new movie called Beast. And in the movie, it stars him and two other black females. I don't know what their ages are. I don't want to call them girls, and they are of age. But in the movie, both of those young ladies play his daughters, I should say. But it actually just came out recently that Isan did not talk to her dad for 3 weeks after she was denied the role to play one of his daughters. I'm guessing she felt because she was Idris Elba's daughter that she was a shoo-in to get this role. And I'm here to tell her right now, that's not how this industry works. But something just tells me that she felt like seeing other celebrities' kids, such as your Jaden Smiths or even your John David Washingtons, who of course is the son of Denzel Washington. Of course, you know Jaden Smith as being the son of Will Smith, that she would be a shoo-in to land a particular role. But there's definitely way more to it than that. And I think it actually was the decision, I could be wrong, and I hope I'm not jumping the gun, on Idris Elba's part to not cast his daughter to portray his daughter in the movie, in which of course went to a person who has no relation to him at all. But I'm gonna go ahead and read the article coming from the Daily Mail, and I'm gonna give my take on it at the end. Idris Elba has revealed that his daughter Isan didn't speak to him for 3 weeks after she failed to land a role in one of his films. The actor, age 49, admitted that producer Will Packer had to break the news she didn't get the part in his upcoming film Beast, where she would have played The Wire star's daughter as the family are terrorized by a lion. So it was Will Packer that had to tell her, or basically say that she didn't get the part. So she did audition for it, or it sounds like she did, but she didn't get it. So she probably felt just because she auditioned for it, no matter how good or bad the audition went, and even though they went with another actress, that she should have been a shoo-in for the role because she's his daughter. Speaking on iHeartRadio's morning show, The Breakfast Club, Idris admitted that despite their real-life connection, the chemistry between himself and Isan wasn't right for the film. Idris explained, the relationship in the film and the relationship between my daughter the chemistry wasn't right for the film, weirdly enough. He added that Isan didn't talk to him for about 3 weeks when she got the call from Will confirming she hadn't got the part. Will himself also shared insight into the moment he had to call Isan and break the news, adding, I called and talked to her because I've known her for a very long time. I'm like Uncle Will. He, as an Idris, auditioned with her. He was very tough on her. He said, listen, at the end of the day, we're going to make the best decision for the movie. I trust you. Will trust the director. And she was very good, very close. So he even told her, he's like, look, even though you're my daughter at the end of the day, I'm not just going to give you or recommend that this role goes to you because you are my daughter. And I'm glad that, you know what, let me finish the article and I'll give my take on it at the end. Luckily, Idris later clarified that Isan took it well in the end, and she even accompanied him to the film's premiere. As you can see right here, you can see the Beast logo for the movie in the background. She was very gracious about it, and we got through that, and I'm really proud of her to go through that, not get the role, but still come to the premiere, he added. Idris shares his daughter with ex-wife makeup artist Hanae Kim Norgard. I probably messed up her first name. Forgive me. While he also has a son named Winston, age 8, with former girlfriend Nyana Garth. Elba brought his first wife, Han, with him when he moved to New York to launch his career. However, he struggled to master an American accent and was reduced to working as a laborer and nightclub bouncer. When Norgard became pregnant with daughter Isan in 2001, the marriage collapsed because of the financial strain. As it turned out, Isan was born on the very day he secured his role on The Wire, that launch pad for his later success. Okay, I don't have to read anything else. Like, now they're starting to go into his personal stuff, and I'm just skip ahead a little bit and go to the meat of this article. Idris stars in Beast, released on August 19th, as a newly widowed scientist who returns to South Africa for a trip to a game reserve with his 2 daughters. It comes following reports that Idris has walked away from years of talks with movie bosses to take over the role of James Bond, according to reports. The star, age 49, was the bookie's favorite to replace Daniel Craig as the super spy, but is keen to pursue other roles, and has even put forward a list of proposed names to producer Barbara Broccoli of actors to play 007. A source told The Sun, fans and Barbara wanted Idris, but he wants to create something himself. However, he put forward names to play 007. He's informally in the decision-making process, as he's been in talks with producers for so long. And that's the end of the article right there. Well, before I really get into about what this really transpires to, I will say I'm glad that she at least attended the premiere with him, because reading the headline, you would see it would make it seem like she's coming off as a complete and spoiled brat, especially the part where she's mentioned where they said that she did not talk to him for 3 weeks following getting the role or anything like that. So of course she wasn't going to completely cut her father off. I'm sure she was just upset because she didn't get the part. But that also goes into this. To those celebrity kids out there, don't think everything is just going to simply be handed to you just because of who your parents are, whether it's one parent or in some cases both parents. That's just not how this is supposed to work. And also at the same time, from another standpoint, it's like a slap in the face to the actress that did audition for the part and got it, because on merit, she had the better audition. Now, I don't know what Isan's acting abilities are. I've never seen her in anything of any capacity, whether it be television or movies. So I can't gauge how her acting is based off of that. Now, there are some celebrity kids out there who get into the business because of the strength of their parents. And I'm gonna be honest, some of them have no business being there because some of them couldn't act their way out of a hostage situation. I'm just saying. So I would like to see what kind of acting ability that she has and how much range she has, because we all know the ability that her dad has. He's immensely talented, has been acting for over 20 years. And so we know what he can do. But I would like to see what she can do. But also at the same time, I don't want it to be where she's just handed something because she is the daughter of Idris Elba. I want to see her actually work and grind for her work as if she was not his daughter, as if she was just someone that no one really knew. And she's young. She's what, 21, I believe, because they said she was born in 2001. So she's like 21. So she's young. So she's very pretty. She's a very pretty young lady. So she definitely, has a look where I'm sure that down the line, someone's going to want to like work with her. But at the same time, when they say she didn't talk to him for 3 weeks, that's going to be like, I don't know if I want to work with her, because, that's always going to send out smoke signals to these producers and these casting directors. Like, if we don't cast her, is she going to throw a tantrum? That's probably what they're going to be worried about. She's not going to like take her, take what she has. And if she, takes the L, you just move on to the next audition and you keep on going until you get that one yes. You're always going to get a bunch of no's when it comes to this business before you get that one yes. And everything is not going to be a yes, even if you are the child of a well-known actor. So this is also a learning situation for her as well. But what really gets me is the part where he said she didn't talk to her dad for 3 weeks. I'm going to just say right now, it is not that deep. At the end of the day, this is still your dad. He's still a very well-known actor. I know she wants to probably step out of his shadow and do her own thing. But as long as she has that name attached to her, it's always going to be there in some form of capacity. Of course, people are going to always say, oh, she only got this role because of her dad. But the point of the thing is, you don't want people to say that. So imagine had she did get casted in this role and not the other actress who was probably better than her in her audition. Then people would have been like, oh, she only got casted because she's Idris Elba's daughter. He probably put a good word in for her to get this part, even though she didn't deserve it. So it's a double-edged sword. So my suggestion to her is that if she wants to get into acting, if this is even what she wants to do, because I question, does she even want to act? Or is she only doing this because her dad is in it and they just happen to say, oh, we need 2 black women to portray his daughters, 2 black young ladies to portray his daughter. So my suggestion to her is step out on her own. If she wants to act and get into the business of acting, do your own auditions outside of your dad's assistance. That way people aren't saying, oh, you only got this because Idris Elba is your father. Because the piggybacking thing, people are going to say that. It's going to always happen, especially when you are the child of a well-known celebrity. They did the same thing with Jaden Smith. They did the same thing with John David Washington. And the crazy thing is John David Washington did not get started acting until like he was in his mid-20s. He was already a grown adult. Unlike Jaden Smith, who got started when he was a kid. So, I mean, his foundation was already laid out. Well, I will say this. It's dope that they'll have a leg up to the industry because they won't have to work as hard as their parents did. But at the same time, you don't want to always use them as a crutch because then you'll always will lean on them. And then it's going to be like you're always going to be living in the shadow of your parents. And you're not going to be able to step out on your own and pretty much do your own thing. That's pretty much all the advice that I could give to her. I'm sure that, you know, after this little thing right here, that she's going to hopefully let whatever was told to her just register and be like, look, every part's not going to be for you. I thought it was interesting that Idris said that the chemistry he felt wasn't right there. I said, that's very interesting considering that it's his daughter, but maybe it's because when he's with his daughter, you know, that's him being dad. He's not playing a role. He's being a father to his real life daughter. So it's different than when you're playing a role and you're in a different scenario. Maybe he did not see himself in that space with his daughter because in real life, that's not how it would actually be. So he needs to act alongside a complete stranger, someone he does not know, or someone he may have worked with in the past that he's working with again, or like I said, a complete stranger that he's never worked with before, because then it feels more natural. Think about it. The movie's about them fighting off a lion. I highly doubt in real life Idris Elba and his daughter got lost in the wilderness fighting a lion. Let's be real here. So if he felt like it couldn't be natural with that, I can't be upset with his decision with that. And I'm glad that he told her the real, like, instead of trying to sugarcoat it, because then she wouldn't really be able to understand where he was coming from. He just like flat out told her like, look, the chemistry just wasn't there for us when it comes to this role. Now, maybe down the line, if it comes to a part again where I have to play a dad and it's something more grounded, where it feels more natural or a little bit more based off of our relationship as father and daughter in real life, then maybe I'll tap you to play this part. And the thing is, when it goes back to her acting, I think the only people that would know if she can act or not is her dad, because we haven't seen her act. So that's just my take on it. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. If you are new, be sure to go ahead and hit that bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video or go live. Be sure to also have your notifications turned on your mobile devices. The links will be down in the description, and I will talk to you in the next one.